Welcome to my Stamina Sorc PvE DD build for the Dark Brotherhood. At the moment we are on the Dark Brotherhood PTS, so this will just be a preview video guide where I go over the most important things, and once the Dark Brotherhood goes live I will make sure to upload a more detailed version of the build. So let's just check our stats. When I use a weapon crit potion we have about 3.7k weapon damage. The weapon critical is bugged at the moment, it's only a UI bug, we are at around 70%. Then we have almost 40k stamina, 18.5k health. And we use two Mundus stones, the Thief and the Shadow. So now I just want to go over the race, gear, champion points and skills, and then we are done. So for the race, what you can do or what you can choose is a Khajiit, you can choose a Red Guard, an Imperial or a Dark Elf. The best one is a Khajiit, because Khajiit gets 8% increased weapon critical, so that's the most beneficial for max DPS. I prefer a Red Guard because of the Adrenaline Rush passive, it gives a lot of stamina and helps sustaining in fights quite a lot. Now to the gear. We use 3 pieces agility jewelry, all with robust trait and weapon damage enchantments. If you don't have the money to buy robust, you also can buy healthy ones. Then, as we have 2 Mundus stones, I use Twiceborn Star. I really like this set, especially because it also gives a health bonus, so our health is not too low. 5 pieces of this, then 2 pieces Mephala. This one got a little bit buffed. It used to be magic damage, now it's poison damage, so it is almost a must-have for stamina builds. Just make sure to heavy attack every 10 to 11 seconds to activate the set. Then I have a Maelstrom Dagger Precise and a Maelstrom Axe Precise together with a Maelstrom Bow Precise. Bow trait doesn't really matter, you can even use a defending one if you want to. So I am using 7 pieces medium because we know the more medium pieces we have, the more weapon critical we get, and we want to have as much weapon critical as possible. Then make sure to have all traits in Divine if possible, because those are sometimes hard to get, but if you have them in Divine, use them. If you don't have the Maelstrom weapons, it's not game over. There is a lot of other really nice sets you can choose from. Just a few examples. There is Night Mother's Gaze, so basically what you can do is Night Mother's Gaze Dagger, Night Mother's Gaze Dagger Precise, both are in Precise. Then you can do a Night Mother's Gaze Shoulder and a headpiece. So you kind of get the weapon critical, weapon damage and another weapon critical, which is really cool. There is other sets like Vicious Serpent, available from Sanctum of Ophidia now. On max level, pretty cool. You even can use Hunting's Rage if you want, if you already have that crafted. Then there is Viper Sting, this is also dropping in Sanctum of Ophidia. You see the 5-piece bonus deals 9k poison damage every 4 seconds and it can crit, so it deals a lot of damage. Might be even best in slot. It most likely also comes in jewelry, so we could combine 5 Twiceborn Star with 5 pieces Viper Sting, which would be really cool. For monster sets, you also can use Molakina if you want, you can use Valkin if you want. So there is a lot of really good sets in this patch. I just prefer the Twiceborn Star setup, especially for trials, because we get quite a lot of health with this one. Then for champion points, the most important one is here. So I have 87 points in Mighty because you see it increases physical, poison and disease damage. Then 60 points in Thaumaturge because we have a lot of dots. This is a dot build, so we increase our dots by 17.5%, and 20 points into Precise Strikes because we want to also have a lot of more critical damage from critical strikes. Then here it doesn't matter, I have just 20 points in here. The important one is Hardy and Elemental Defender. So Elemental Defender reduces elemental and magic damage. Hardy reduces poison, disease and physical damage. So depending on what dungeon you're doing, you maybe have to swap those around or do 50-50. Then I have a few points in here just for more healing. Now here important is that you have at least 30 points in Mooncalf because of the Synergizer passive. Grants 2 ultimate anytime you activate the synergy, so that's pretty cool. And then you basically can stack up on Warlord because we want to get as much cost reduction as possible. Then you don't need points in here, but you can put points in here. Tumbling just to reduce dodge roll and break free cost. Again, this one is the most important. This is just my setup. Maybe there's even a more optimal setup, just saying, but that's how I have it at the moment. Now let's get to the skills and to the changes of things that have happened with the Sorc. So let's just start with the passives that changed, because the Sorc now, it's quite cool what they did. Just have to find it. Yeah, so energized passive increases your physical and shock damage by 5%. So this is actually pretty cool now. So we get the 5% increased physical damage, which is a lot. So it's pretty cool. And implosion, this is a new one. This used to be disintegration. Whenever you deal physical damage, you have a 6% chance to instantly pulverize enemies under 15% health, dealing 13.6k physical damage. So this is pretty cool. Then they also did a few changes to critical surge if you want to use it. It gives you weapon damage, plus it heals now a flat number, and it even works on dots. So rapid strikes, it will also heal you, for example. So it's pretty, it's quite OP actually. Then we also have a new skill, Hurricane, more to that later. So now on my dual wield bar I have the rearming trap. This one also got a little bit changed. It used to deal magic damage, now it's physical damage. You can empower the dot with the Maelstrom daggers, at least the first duration. So it is kind of a must-have for a stamina build. Plus it gives us 12% more critical damage. So it is a must-have. Then we also have Steel Tornado, our AoE as always. Then Rapid Strikes, this one got a little bit changed. So it used to be 1.3 seconds, now it is 0.6 seconds only. So the time got reduced by quite a lot. So it's super fast. It used to be 6 hits, now it's only 5 hits. So this one even works better together with the Maelstrom daggers or axes than before. So it's pretty cool. Then maybe even a little bit OP. We have Rending Slashes. This dot is really strong, and you know we can empower it with our Maelstrom daggers or axes. So we do a Rapid Strikes and then a Rending Slashes, and we will get the extra 3.1k weapon damage. As you can see, your flurry grants 3.1k additional weapon damage on your next single target dot. Then bound armaments. This is just here because we want the extra 8% stamina we can get. We need to slot it on both sides, a little bit shit, but whatever, we have the space, so cool. Flawless Dawnbreaker. This used to deal magic damage, now it deals physical damage, plus it gives us 5% more weapon damage. It used to be 8%, but it's only 5% now. It doesn't matter because the Slayer passive got also changed, increases weapon damage by 3% for each fighter skilled ability slotted. So it is 8% again, plus this one is, we have a total of 11% increased weapon damage. If you're in a single target fight, you even can put another skill here, just to get another 3% extra weapon damage. Also, the dot of Dawnbreaker can be empowered with the Maelstrom weapons. Only the dot, the initial hit not, but the dot. So if you Rapid Strikes a boss and then use Dawnbreaker, the dot will deal more damage. So the ulti is actually really powerful now, and it will be more or less the best ulti for stamina characters. And as a stem Sorc it only costs 85 ultimate points, so it is really cheap. Then bow bar, kind of our buff, like dot buff tracker bar, whatever. Endless hail, this used to be scorched earth, now it's changed. It used to be fire damage, now it's physical damage, so it works better with mighty, pretty cool. Cult drops, if you have Morphe to Razor cult drops. If somebody else has already cult drops, just put crit surge here or something else. Poison injection, got the small buff, 12% damage buff. It also can be empowered with the Maelstrom daggers, so use it at all the time. Then Hurricane, this change is new, it kind of replaced the shock armor thingy, Thundering Presence. So just to show you how it looks pretty cool. So the circle is getting bigger and bigger the longer it is on you. So it is pretty cool and it deals quite a lot of damage. And it holds for 15 seconds. You see, manifest yourself as a pure air, buffeting nearby enemies with wind, dealing 1k physical damage every 1 second for 15 seconds. Then the wind grows in damage and size, increasing up to 225% more damage and up to 9 meters in size. So this is really pretty cool, plus we get the more physical and spell resistance. Then again, bound armaments, because we have to slot it on both bars, because it's a toggle. Shooting star, I use shooting star mainly in trash fights and when we start off a boss fight if I have it. Because as you see we get like 2 ultimate points back for every, not 2, 9 ultimate points for every mob we hit. If it's level 4 I think it's 12 or even more, because mine is only level 1. And on boss fights again I use my shooting star first and then I always empower my Dawnbreaker. Because this is really fucking strong now. So again I will upload a more detailed build of the stem Sorc once Dark Brotherhood goes live, and I could do more tests because maybe I'm missing something, so I really want to make sure to have tested everything. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, have a nice day, cheers.